Gentlemen, I think it's safe to say that we grew up as arcade brats. As in, we went to the arcade all the time, played a bunch of games, wasted a bunch of quarters.
Yeah.
And a bunch of our time when we were kids.
As often as my mom would let me. Anyway.
Okay, that's fair.
Which wasn't very. Like, I became more of an arcade person when I actually got my own job in the mall.
Okay.
And so I started going down and playing DDR all the damn time.
Yeah.
So
what would you say that was like your main arcade game that you would play?
That's definitely the arcade game I have the most coins into and the most hours on.
I don't even know the name of the one I played a lot. It was like a tank one. But you sit inside this cockpit.
The
graphics weren't that good, but like it was like a mech game. But you were like in this tank and
I remember that one.
Shooting shit.
My favorites were House of the Dead, Area 51, and also another one. It was Silent Scope.
Yep.
Silent Scope. I loved the arcade version of Silent Scope.
Time Crisis and Card Evil.
Yes.
Yes.
Time Crisis, Card Evil.
Love all the
bunch of really
the
good
light
shooters.
gun games were a lot of fun.
And of course, fighting games as well. Me and my dad went at it in Street Fighter 2. There was also Pac-Man, like all the old ones too. The Pac-Man, friggin' Galaga.
Oh yeah, the classics.
Centipede.
I definitely played
Did
a lot
some
of.
Tekken 5 at our arcade.
Also Off-Road, when they had 3-player Off-Road. They had the blue, the yellow, and the red, and you had to beat the
At the movie theater, Tinseltown. A long time ago, there was this one called Virtual On. And it was like a Gundam style Japanese fighting game, but you had 2 joysticks, and like you do this to fly up, and like you can just dash forward, and you can lock on to them. This would turn this way, this would turn this way.
Yeah.
Back up. Yeah, dude, it was awesome.
I remember seeing that, but I never got to play it.
Oh, I probably
I played it a
fucking
bit.
shit out of that, and the music was just epic to it. It was just good memories.
So, all in all, though, the only place that had video games, one was the pizza place in my hometown, Pizza King. They had 2 games. They had Pac-Man and they had the Star Wars like X-wing shooter.
Yeah,
that one. That was a lot of fun. And then the first movie theater, Cinema 1 and 2, had Road Blaster. It had Galaga. It had Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat 2.
Nice.
And then the bigger theater, the one in Coburn, had like 3 pinball machines. It had Off-Road. It had the Aerosmith game, the one with the shooter, where you could fire discs. I forget what it was called.
I can't remember what it's called either. I remember it.
But they had more games, and every time I went up there, it was a lot of fun. But yeah, that was I didn't really experience like an arcade thing until my parents took me to the Bristol Mall for the first time, and I got to go into Tilt.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that was like a world opened up to me. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And yeah, arcades.
My crowning arcade experience was like I had been to Tilt before, obviously.
Yeah,
and I always thought it was pretty cool. But we went to Pigeon Forge one time, and there was like one of those multiple floor arcades there.
Yeah.
And I remember like it was not just an arcade, but they also had like go-karts outside and like bumper cars and all kinds of other random stuff that you could go do outside.
Yeah.
But that place was fucking cool because it was gigantic, and like as a kid, I was just like, oh, like.
I know they used to have one in Johnson City, the Fun Emporium. I forget what it was called. They had go-karts, they had laser tag, they had everything. It's just they were poorly managed and they shut down.
I don't think I ever got to go to that.
I got to go there once, and it was for a birthday. Yeah. I didn't even know the kid. Zach dragged me along because he was just
it's just the overhead's too damn expensive for the profit of an arcade.
Yeah.
Arcades don't pull enough profit to pay that expensive-ass overhead that the malls or just most buildings would have, It sucks.
Yeah.
That's why they have to mix them in with restaurants and stuff like Dave & Buster's and everything because they don't make much money off arcades.
Dave & Buster's has a winning model.
Yeah.
They probably have the best winning model.
Yeah, their
right
food
now.
and beers where they're making most of the money. I mean,
I also forgot Mr. Gaddy's. Mr. Gaddy's also had a lot of arcade machines. Although I will say this, majority of the time they were broken because the Mr. Gaddy's in my hometown kind of sucked.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was they had, but I do remember there was one game that I always wanted to go back to play at Mr. Gaddy's, and I can't remember what it is at this point.
Our papa had a gambling problem, so there's no gambling around here. So he went to Mr. Gaddy's, and He'd be fucking putting quarters in that damn machine that knocks the quarters back at you.
Yeah, that's addictive, dude. Quarter pushers are addictive.
Dude, I did that as well in Pigeon Forge at the ski lift because they had one at the bottom of the ski lift.
Yeah.
And like my mom was just like, "Oh, it's addictive. It's gambling. You don't want to do that." And I was like, "Just give me $1. $1, and she's like, "All right," but she cut off after $1, and I got $20 worth of quarters.
Yeah,
off $1.
Yeah.
And I was like, I told you $1, and like, Mom's just like, "All right."
You got lucky.
She's like, "You don't put any of those back in there though," and I'm like, "I'm not. I got $20. It's cool."
Yeah.
I turn $1 into 20.
Yeah, turn them in.
And I'm keeping the 20.
Ha-ha.
So yeah, I just recently
And I was like, "Here's your $1 back." I'm keeping the 19.
I went to a casino here recently, and
did you go to Cherokee?
No, we were at the big casino, the Hard Rock Casino in Atlantic City.
Ooh, okay.
Jersey Shore.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I thought I did pretty good because I broke completely even.
Yeah. If you walk out with as much money as you came in, you did good.
I gambled $30, lost $30, and made my $30 back. So
yeah.
I feel like I did pretty good.
Yeah.
As long as I didn't lose anything, I'm good.
Oh God.
I was tight as fuck, and I went into like the blackjack table. It was $25 a buy-in. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, yep. I did a Texas Hold'em down in Cherokee, and I did pretty good. Mm-hmm. I probably told this before. My first night, I walked in with $100. I walked out with $400.
Nice.
And then I went in the next day, and I was like, all right, I'll just play the same game again. I get up to about $600. And then this old Asian dude walks up. He was about in his 50s or 60s. He comes up to the table, sets his chips down on the table, and goes, "Gumbuda!" And I'm like, okay, whatever. I was down to $200.
Damn.
He cleaned me out. And as soon as I stood up, and I'm like, all right, I made a $100 profit in this place. I'm leaving.
Yep.
And then as soon as I start to walk out, he's like, "Oh, you done?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm done. You cleaned me out, man. I ain't got nothing left." He's like, "Bullshit. You got at least $200 in your pocket." And I'm like, this fucking dude can read people.
Yeah, buddy.
Like, there's people who can read you, and he read me like a fucking book. Like, I ain't fucking with him. No chance in hell. But we got Gravity Falls here queued up. Let's give it a watch. This is Fight Fighters. Let's have a look. Here we go.
A frog taught me how to cross the street. When my house was haunted, I learned how to eat ghosts. And this thing taught me how to dance. I've been jigging for 7 days straight.
So, hold up a second.
What?
Did they rip him off from Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
Who?
Because that is like so Jigglebilly.
Sure.
I know he was in another episode,
but yeah, I remember
that reminds me so much of Jigglebilly. It's like,
yeah.
Hey, y'all. Oh, you want to jiggle?
I'm a Jigglebilly. And then he blows his head off later. He's like, I just felt so depressed.
It's the other action figure dude convinces him that life is pointless and shit. Like,
yeah. Who's got like a knife that comes out of his stub. He's like, don't tempt me, man. I'll cut you. But yeah, McGucket, he probably is inspired by that, by the Jigglebilly.
Whoa! Ooh, cutscene. Dr. Karate, you killed my father again.
You killed my father.
Winners don't lose.
What? I'm gonna punch the ref.
Let's get help on What?
Oh.
My phone.
Damn.
I'll buy you a new one. Oh no, you're not getting off that easy. Hey. He's gone. I was just gonna call the boys over to place a few bets. The
Typical.
smart money's on skinny jeans. Look at these noodle arms. Just bonk him over the head. It's nature's snooze button.
Boy, how can you learn to hate each other in secret? Like girls do.
Sure, listen to your sister.
Why you acting so cray-cray?
Why you acting so cray-cray? We'll be back in a moment.
Poor Dipper, hiding from Robbie,
Damn it.
unable to face his fears.
You know, studies show that keeping a ladder inside the house is more dangerous than a loaded gun. That's why I own 10 guns, in case some maniac tries to sneak in a ladder.
Gross, man. Why you acting so cray-cray?
A winner never runs away from a fight.
That's easy for you to say. You have more than one life. I wish one of these guys.
Hellside has like a 12 pack.
Uh-oh.
Unleash ultimate power?
Yeah.
I do like things that are ultimate. Hold forward, back, forward, down, hold, quarter circle, forward, triple punch.
Alright, that combo was not that long on the side of the machine, dude.
I guess it didn't work. Rumble mixed skirmish?
Hell yeah.
Oh, I'm trapped in the game. It was cool in theory, but in practice it was really boring. It's not just a game anymore.
All right, Waddle.
Jesus.
It's time to begin. Happy Great Uncle's Day!
Huh? It's a great uncle's day.
Of course it's not a day I made up.
I
Nail.
You shouldn't have.
Now let's defeat the world's greatest fight fighters. Take me to the Soviet Union.
That's gonna be tough, for a number of reasons. But I do know a fighter here in Gravity Falls. Stay perfectly still. I said stay still.
This is as still as I can stay.
Got an idle animation, dude.
Effervescent apple fritter, riboflavor.
Awesome.
Isn't that kind of like cheating?
Don't worry. As soon as he sees you, he's gonna wet his pants.
His wet pants will be no match for this. Puts an oil drum.
Give him a good scale.
Yes. Where's this?
This street has really dangerous litter.
Runkle Stan! I would never! Get on
All right, let's go.
Ah. Sneaky.
Awesome.
I didn't want to have to do this, man, but you gave me no choice. Maybe now you won't mess with me. Whoa! Rumble, you can stop! I think Robbie's had enough!
There goes the internet.
Something told me this would be his first stop.
Chill out, man.
Hell yeah. I knew they were going there.
You don't have to do this! I love you, Dad.
Oh no.
Oh.
My car!
We'll just buy another one.
That would make me mad.
That would.
Zeus!
Take off your blindfold now!
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was expecting.
Now let go of the handrail.
No, don't finish me.
Rumble, I have something to tell you. Robbie, I lied to you.
Ooh. Crap.
That was worth a shot. I have no looking up animation.
What should I do? Roll him up and put him on my wall?
Combo.
Jesus.
The Akuma.
Yes, sir.
Aren't you gonna run?
Nope.
Are you sure? It's not even worth it.
We need to learn to just hate each other in silence.
You mean like what girls do?
Yeah, exactly. What girls do.
Urgh.
So as I was saying,
Typical.
I'm Dipper. I have shorts and determination.
but I just lied.
Pick me or whatever.
Go Zeus.
That was a pretty cool episode.
Yeah, that. They always find new ways to play with. For instance, Rumble, like he's a 2D character on a 3D plane, so he's like, "Oh no, I have no looking up animation." Oh, he fell back. He fell back into the third dimension, and he was a flat plane on the ground. I thought that was hilarious the first time I saw it because I was like, I didn't think about that. That's just, it's too good. But yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of detail went into that. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, and they're parodying Street Fighter with
Yeah.
that. They obviously Rumble McSkirmish is like an amalgamation of Ryu and Ken.
Yeah, same animations as them, basically.
Yeah.
It's like Shoryukens and Hadoukens and stuff.
Hadouken. And also the
You can eat.
I'd love for someone to do the Rick Astley thing. It's like I wanna eat. Instead, do it with them. It's like I wanna go to your house. And just come up with all sorts of funny stuff. But yeah, that was Fight Fighters, and honestly, we're halfway through the first season. So,
Yeah, damn, that was episode 10, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
So yeah, there you go. And so far, 10 episodes in, are y'all liking what this show's putting out?
Yeah.
It's
I'm enjoying it quite a bit.
Yeah.
At first, I didn't know if I could get into it or not, but it's getting better.
Yeah.
It's growing on me.
Yeah, the next 2 episodes we're doing Little Dipper and then Summerween. Summerween is pretty much like the horror / Halloween based episode, and it's
I'm excited about that one.
yeah, it's really really cool. But yeah, I hope that you all will enjoy that. But hopefully you all enjoyed this, and hopefully we will see you all in the next one. But until then, I'm Nate.
I am Nick.
I'm Jacob.
And we will see you all later, everybody. Peace out.